YouTube, what is up? Welcome back to the freaking channel. It is 2 degrees out, so we are gonna run down to my shop here. Today is this video is actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a very hard video to do. It's not gonna be a hard video to do. I shouldn't say that. It's not like someone died or something. Just a little while ago, I put up a video talking about possibly selling my Gallardo to move into a Huracan or to move into something different. Obviously, as you guys know, you saw with the wrap, when we pulled the wrap off, there were some things we found underneath the wrap that needed to be dealt with. So yesterday, my plans were to take the car to Platinum to get it paint corrected and see what we could do. We were gonna make a decision from there. I was gonna get it all cleaned up, get some of the wrap fixed up that's still on here. There's the carbon fiber. I was gonna leave the carbon front. I was gonna redo the roof once we got this little ding taken out. And someone made me an offer. Part of me wants it to stay really close to home. Part of me wants it to be gone forever. This is what started. I had a Maserati Ghibli, a 2014. And when I bought my Gallardo, it's been about 3 years, and I could not afford it at the time. Like I had these flags in here way before I had money to buy any sort of car. I could barely afford the place we were living in when I put those flags up. So I have been talking about this. This has been years and years and years of talking about someday having a Lambo. And this was my first one. And now, I swore I would never sell this car. Unfortunately, to do what I want to do and to keep doing the stuff I want to keep doing, and with the rallying and the miles and all the stuff, I want something that is a little newer to rally in. Never in a million years did I think I'd be getting rid of this. And here we are, getting rid of the Lambo. It had to be a very good offer for me to sell it. I'm not touching it again after I swap wheels. And this is weird. Let's go. Starting to get real, like really real. This happened way too fast. When you make a comment like in a video like, hey, maybe I'd sell it, and then it sells within, I don't know, 36 hours. So many miles. Oh, we didn't make it to 50K. 49,170 miles. So crazy. Oh, there she goes. Back to the factory. Shit, man. That will 1000% for sure be the thing I miss the most, is just having a gated car. That was always my dream. I made a deal with the unnamed who is buying this car that I have first right, it wouldn't be right of refusal, but first right to buy this car if he does go to sell. All right, YouTube, so this video has taken quite a few days because we have loaded up, we have unloaded, we have gotten, there's just been a handful of things trying to coordinate both of our schedules with me and the purchaser of the Gallardo, but today is the day. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm usually pretty good with just, I can buy and sell pretty much anything besides like my children. This one's weird. I've had this car a long time. And it's kind of changed my entire life having this car. And I know, you know, people are like, why didn't you get a newer car? When I bought this car, I couldn't even afford this car. Yeah, we'll come back to this whole part. But for now, it's 3 degrees out, and we're gonna get this thing loaded up and delivered. And then we're gonna get in the warm office and we're gonna talk. Let's freaking go. All right, Bud's here.
That's it, the saga's over.
There it is. This is a done deal. All right.
How do you feel?
It's weird. It's gonna be weird coming back and the car not being here. That part's gonna be weird.
And this garage is gonna be empty for how long?
I don't know.
I mean,
Well, I'll have to see if someone will lend me money.
What's the trick to opening the door?
Lift up.
Oh, yeah. Well, there she goes. Congratulations on your new car, man.
These are all the parts, almost all the parts. We've got more parts. We got wheels back there. The car is in for the last time. You gotta do the honors? All right.
That's it.
Yep, now we gotta put the, oh no, they can't see this yet.
Well, they can see it from this angle.
Yeah, now
Can't see it from the side.
No, we gotta get that in the heat. Freaking line for diesel. And we're actually gonna run out of, we're actually gonna run out of fuel.
Yep.
We're way past our allotted time here. Oh, what a day. So, the Gallardo is gone. Gone and gone. All the parts, the piles of stuff I've had for it. Luckily the limo's here to distract some time, but I'm gonna go up here. We're gonna jump in the office. Whoosh. So check this out. Today the Gallardo went away. I swore I would never sell that car. It was such a crazy, crazy adventure to get that car. There were so many things that happened. I had a little tiny Instagram back when I first got that car. First, obviously, I was into cars way back in the day. Way when I was young, I was into Civics, Evos, all that stuff. I'm still into Civics. I still love Evos. I still love all cars. I'd gotten in a bunch of trouble driving. So I did not have, I couldn't get good insurance. I didn't have the money to stay in the cars. I'd got a truck. I'd gone to work. I started roofing for a roofing company when I was 17 years old. That was going to be a summer job. That's all I was going to do just in the summer. And then I was going to go to school, do something. I was going to do something because I wasn't going to be a roofer forever. Well, fast forward 18 years later, I am still a roofer. I own a roofing company now. I believe very, very heavily. So over 7 years ago, in October of 2013, I had a crazy, crazy experience that changed my life completely. I was in the process of losing everything, including my son, my wife, and I've talked about that once before, a little bit. I had quit, I gave up drinking, and I drank a ton. I drank all the time. I wouldn't come home. I wouldn't know where I'd end up. It was a bad path. It was a very standard path for the job I was doing. I started my own company and grinded. This is the part that people don't see, is that there was years of where I didn't make any money. Once I got my together, my wife, I was able to, we stayed together. I had so much time that I had to prove to her because of the way that I treated her and my son. It was horrible. I don't even like talking about it. But at that time, I needed something to kind of look for. And I'd always talked about having a Lamborghini. And I always joked about being able to pick my son up from school in a Lamborghini in his first day of school in 9th grade, in high school. I had no real intentions on being able to do that. I always followed it up with, if I have to steal the Lamborghini, that's how I'll pick him up. Kind of joking. I would hear it all the time, like, dude, you need to be more realistic, blah, blah, blah. But check this stuff out. So I believe very, very heavily in law of attraction, a vision board. I always put pictures up of different things. And I can see these things happening way before they do, so check this out. This is May 9th of 2016. I saved this picture in my phone. I always envision like my future, the things I'm gonna have, the things I wanna have. A lot of times that does mean they are material things, and material things don't define you. There's plenty of people that are super happy. It does not take material things to make them happy. For me, it's what it's what I strive to have. Obviously, you have to have the balance. I want the you know, the good family life. I want to be able to take vacations. I want to have a good marriage. Those things are obviously far more important than any car in the world. But I use cars and material things to set goals to reach towards. Here's, let's take it a little forward to, I had my Maserati. My goal with the Maserati was to get in. I'm like, dude, I got this construction company going. I need to network with good people who have money that own buildings that I could go work on. What did I do? I'm like, well, dude, these car people. They got money. What is the easiest way to get into like kind of a car group and get noticed a little bit with a higher end car? So I got a Maserati Ghibli. Absolutely loved that car. It was an SQ4. We did a whole bunch of work to it. And I had put it out there so many times. I was going to buy a Gallardo. I was going to do Crown Rally. All these things I was going to do. And then AJ calls me like right after I told him. I said, dude, here's what I'm looking for. It needs to be white. It needs to be gated. It needs to be lower mileage. I mean, I'd prefer if it had some exhaust, like some carbon. Realistically, at that time, I thought it would be like 6 months. It would take him to find one. It was like 3 days. And he's like, hey, dude, I found one. It's my buddy's. It's perfect. So I go look at it. Here's the first day. So there's the car. That is on September 20th, 2017. I had no idea what I was going to tell the bank. I had a decent little savings account set up. September 21st, I went and put a good chunk of money down. My biggest thing was I was going to put money down so that I could never go upside down. So if I ran into some issues in business or anything happened, I could sell the car and I wouldn't owe any money on it. And I'd make a little bit of money back from the money I'd put down. Here's a picture, September 21st, also 9:33 p.m. I finally got home with the car. I had never driven a Lamborghini. This was the first one that I had even rode in, and I rode with AJ in it for a test drive. That was it. And then he set me on my way to drive home from Maple Grove all the way home. And there was like blind spots I didn't know about. I didn't know how to drive it. I didn't know how to put the windows down. I didn't know how to defrost. I didn't know anything about the car. And it was the first time I ever had to drive something where people were taking pictures and like they swerve up next to you. People do crazy, 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 crazy things when you drive a car like this around. So I got it home. My wife was like not super fond of it because at the time we didn't have the money to be doing this. It didn't make sense financially on paper to do this. But I had a bigger vision of what I want to do with the car. And I knew that for me personally, when I do stuff like this, sometimes I get complacent and I need to push myself. And this was how I did it. At the time I still had my Maserati. I thought it would sell right away. It didn't. It took a while. So I had my Maserati, I had a Denali, and then I had this Lambo. So I had crazy payments. It was uncomfortable to begin with. I learned so much about the car, and then I started networking. I started meeting these new people. I started going to car shows. I got a ton of hate. When I first got the car, ton of hate. People are, what are you doing? Who do you think you are? Why would you do that? The worst investment you've ever made. There has never been one single day since I bought that car that I regretted buying it. The reason I had to sell the car, so if you guys followed, I'll put a link up. We pulled the wrap off, and at the time I wasn't really planning to sell the car. I was planning to rewrap it, but I was planning to rewrap it with the intentions to, if I wanted to make it a little more where anyone could buy it, because obviously with the last wrap, you couldn't, not just anyone could buy it because I had my crap all over it. But my intentions were to make it so it was a marketable car. The gated cars are going up in value. Obviously, we got into that, pulling the old wrap off, and we did find damage from the previous wrap. And honestly, when that happened, it kind of like, I don't know. I was frustrated. I was annoyed. I kind of started like losing a little bit of interest in the car. The car was like iconic for me because I worked so hard. This thing used to sit on my desk. I'd literally get out here at like 10 o'clock at night to my office. Like this would be sitting there on my desk and I would look at it. 10 o'clock at night. I'd work from 5 a.m. till 10, till 11, till 12 every single day. And I would look at this thing. And like I knew that when I could afford it, I was going to buy it. There was something specific that I was kind of working towards. Obviously, I want to create this crazy, awesome life for my family. But it takes material things to motivate me. And that's, you know, some people say that's wrong, some people, but whatever. That's what worked for me. And in the meantime, I've created a way better life with my wife. Now I'm there for my kids for everything. It's just crazy to think of where that car's brought me, the people I've met, the Crown Rally, the people I've been involved with, the stuff we've been able to do. I mean, from going and starting, when I started this journey, when I bought the car, I had zero intentions on having a YouTube channel. But I started going to school to mentor with kids in the school and to read with them and do stuff like that. And they all started this rumor, because I had a Lambo, that I was a YouTuber. With the tattoos and with how young I was with a Lamborghini, I had to be a YouTuber. And then they came up with the idea that the reason I didn't talk about or wouldn't tell on my YouTube channel was because I swore in it, because that's what people with tattoos and Lamborghinis do. So they thought that I didn't want them finding that out, that I swore. So they were dead set on this. I didn't have a YouTube channel. I had no intentions to. Actually, at the time of buying this, I was deathly afraid of two things. It was flying, and it was being on film. You couldn't pay me to do like a 30-second Instagram video of myself talking. In 2018, moving forward a few months, February 2018, I made a goal to get comfortable flying and get comfortable on video. I started flying, we flew, we did a bunch of things. My wife and I, went all over the place, went to a bunch of events, did a ton of networking. That having a Lamborghini always was something that came, dude, you're the dude with the Lambo. And then we started, and then we've changed the Instagram name numerous times, but I went to Lambo Dad. And then that started becoming like actually something where people were recognizing me. And it was the weirdest thing in the world. They were recognizing me as Lambo Dad. I'm like, oh, that's super weird. But then I learned the power of social media. I linked up with Tall Guy and Mr. Organic, and we did a collab. Well, it wasn't even really a collab. They did a video, and then I did because they told me I had to. And that was when I started my YouTube channel. All comes full circle around this car. For what's next, we've got a Rolls-Royce limo that's got some insane... the next video is going to be nuts. It's the coolest thing we've done to the Rolls yet. The exhaust was awesome. We got all the lights. We got everything working. The exhaust sounds sweet. And now this next thing is is my favorite thing. This is what I was waiting for. I would say the limo is pretty much complete for now. And now we're going to start filming some content with it. We're going to do, I don't know what we're going to do. Drop in the comments, what do you want to see done with the limo next? And then what car do we need to bring to the channel? I don't know if I could switch my name, and I don't know how good it would look on the back of like a Ferrari or like a GTR, like any of that stuff, if it's a Lambo Dad, but we'll see. All I know is that to make these next moves in the things I want to do for 2021, I couldn't afford to keep the Gallardo because there was good value in it for me, because it was almost paid off because I put a big chunk down. So by having it almost paid off, I was able to take a big chunk of money. And then that's going to help for 2021 to do some craziness. And with that, guys, make sure you subscribe. Order some merch. If you guys need some merch, please, LamboDad.com. Check out our merch. If you need merch for you or your business, I own Boss Level Merch with my partner Danny, and we can do anything for you, from design work to the creation of your merch, all the way to the fulfillment and getting them from your site to the delivery to their home. So hit us up. And with that, guys, I am out. Peace.